Hey guys, it's Yvette and welcome to day 28. Yes, I'm getting so confused at this point. Day 28 of Vlogmas. Today is Tuesday, December 28th, and I am ready to first open the Cotton Cuts, which is the only one I have left. The Cotton Cuts Rose's Holiday Your Way, to see what our fat quarter is for the day. So let's get that open. And while I am opening the box, I'd like to ask you to please subscribe to my channel, if you don't mind. And that way you can see all the videos that I'm going to be having coming up. I've got a lot of plans for the new year, and I'm very excited about it. Okay, so here is the fat quarter for day 28. And let's get this open. And our saying for the day is, believe you can and you are halfway there. That is very true. That is step one. Okay, this is an interesting fat quarter. I know I have not seen this before. It looks like concrete or something like that. Oh, okay, so this is called Chromatic, and it is a Studio RK for Robert Kaufman fabrics. And it's quite interesting, actually. I quite like it. And when I first saw it, I thought, oh, okay. And I could totally see using this as a background. I mean, I totally could pop some bright colors right in front of there, and I would totally use this. Okay, so thank you very much. I'm very happy to be introduced to that. Okay, so let's put this away, and I'll tell you what I'm going to be doing for today. So hopefully, if you are someone who likes to come over and watch me live on Wednesdays. Hey, baby. Jellybean is hogging the camera. Okay, just scooch over just a little bit. Now, you can put your head in there. Everybody wants to see you. If you are someone who comes over and watches me on Wednesdays live at 8:30 Eastern Time, this week I am going to need to cancel the live. Something else has come up that is in that's sort of related to the Vlogmas. I had been planning this quilt. Not that I think that we could finish it before the end of the year, but I'm definitely going to give it a start, and I'm looking forward to doing a little something special for the next, at least next month. I'm not sure how long I'm going to continue it after. It's something that I think I would like to continue. So what it is, as you all know, or as most of you know, I am a go-getter, which is an ambassador for AccuQuilt Go. And I have this project that I was working on. I was just waiting to get some of the things in, and I have got them in. So now that I do, I really need to kind of shift everything and get that started. So it would be with the live that Stephanie and I are going to have on Friday, it just would be impossible for me to have that live, then a Wednesday live, and then also making these videos, which I need to do for this project. So I'm going to cancel the live for this week and move forward with this project. And I'm going to start tonight. I'm going to show you the things that I have received from AccuQuilt, share them with you, open them, because really I just got them. I haven't even torn the plastic off it yet, so I'm really excited about it. And so AccuQuilt, if you are an AccuQuilt aficionado like myself, an AccuQuilt lover, you know that they have lots of free patterns on their website. So I have gone in and found one of those patterns that I rewrote for, not rewrote, I sort of copied it. I asked them if it was okay for me to do this so that I could demonstrate to you how you can use your AccuQuilt cutters and dies to also cut things and make quilts for FPP, not just traditional piecing. So when I start this, which is today, I'm going to direct you to their free pattern. Their pattern is called Go Bursting Forth. And it is a lap quilt measuring about 31 inches square for their version. Okay, and I'll give you all the information about the dies that you need to make that. And then I went ahead and I wrote it as PP pattern. And I'm just calling it Bursting Stars. Pretty much the same thing, but I'm just calling it Bursting Stars. This is the pattern. Mine will measure 74 inches square. And I'm going to show you every step of the way of me putting together that pattern as an FPP, and how you can use the Go to cut your fabric, which is always the most tedious part. I'm sure you can agree. And so I'll just be using a larger square, showing you how I make that. And then this one will, like I said, come out to a 74-inch lap quilt, 74-inch square lap quilt. And it should come together like very, very quickly. So I will have that pattern available for you for free as well. So let me move on over to my cutting board where I will show you all my new goodies. So let's go over there. Okay, yes, this is it. AccuQuilt was gracious enough to send me a Go Big electric fabric cutter so that I can show you how it works and just how it makes it a whole lot easier, especially if you have arthritis or just something that would limit you in being able to cut and do like repetitive motion. So this is the starter set. It includes not only the fabric cutter, but you also get the flying geese die, a cutting mat, and then a pattern and idea book. So I haven't opened it. I'm ready to open it though. I'm very excited. So let's get it opened. It's probably going to get very close to the camera, so I apologize for that. It's just really, it's kind of large. All right, let me, I'm going to have to cut the little tapes. I wish I could get like a new setup for filming with all of this. That would be really helpful. Okay, so now get this open. You'll see exactly what it looks like when you open it. Okay, it says stop. Read the Make the Cut user's guide before you use your Go Big. Okay. So then, oh, it's got these nice little handles. You just pull that out. And this has, I can tell, if I can figure out how to open it. Oh, it's this side. It's got, let's see, what's in here? Oh, that's the, it looks like that's obviously the plug to get it, because it is electric. So let me scooch that to the side for a second. And this is the instructions. It's the instructions and tips for use. So I have that. And then here is the cutting mat that's going to go with the flying geese that comes in the package. And this will be a whole setup for cutting flying geese. And this one would finish at 3 inches by 6 inches. So that's a nice good size. All right, I'll pull that out. And okay, so that's everything that's in there. Push this on the floor for a moment. And now it looks like we could take the styrofoam out of the sides. And here it is. Woohoo! Very excited. Now this one, I'll put that to the side. Hey, buddy. This one is heavier than the original Go cutter. So I just wanted to let you know that. It's not enormously heavy or anything like that, but it's got this nice big handle. It's got this lovely bag that you can pack it in to keep all the dust off. So let's go ahead and slide it out. Okay. And it looks like it just, does it just open up? Nope, it does not. Hold on, we're doing this together. Oh, what is this? Ooh, oh, that's how it works. Okay, so you slide that out, and then here it is, right? Now, you'll probably need to make sure that the back end, everything can slide out nice. So I will just kind of turn it sideways a little bit so you can see it. Wow, this is so very nice. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, so let me open up the power guide. Here he is. And okay, this looks very familiar to a lot of things that I already own. So it looks like this part here will plug in to your outlet right there. And this part on the other end, which is the female part, you will just stick it right there together. So the male to female. Am I putting that right? No, I'm not putting that right. Okay, there it is. All right, so then once you got that part in, it has this little round part here that you will plug in somewhere. Let's see. You know what? Now's probably a great time to pull out those instructions. So let's get this open. Because I actually do listen when they say, read the instructions. Okay. Oh, there's the pattern and idea book. Awesome. There's the dust cover. I want to register, which I certainly will. And okay, so it's telling us all about how to go with the grain and all of these. This is all very, very good to look at. Okay, let's see. We will, how to operate. Okay, well first, where do I plug in the little thingamabob? That's the technical term. Okay, so it does give you lots of great hits. You know what? The thing is it's going to be around here somewhere. Let's see. Let me look on the other side. I can see the power button right there. That's good. And, oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to kind of try to flip it around this way. That way I don't have to move it and alter your view. But basically it is over here. So I'm going to get that plugged in. I can feel it. I think it's plugged in. Jellybean, go tell me. Is it there? Is it plugged in right? I guess we'll know when we actually get power to it. Let's do that. Okay. It has power. Let me try hitting the button. Oh, there it goes. You have to give it a good push. Okay. You will layer the die with foam side up, fabric, and cutting mat, and you can cut 2 6-inch wide dies side by side at the same time. And you will plug in the power cord, press the green power button, push the die, fabric, and mat firmly against the roller, and it will automatically go through the cutter. Okay, so let's do the flying geese since it's the brand new one. I want to try it out. La-di-da. This is so exciting. Y'all, I love getting new dies and this new cutter. I'm so excited about it. I couldn't wait to share with you guys how it works. So I'm very excited about that. Let me get a scrap of something. Let's see. I have a few scraps that are like sitting over here. Let me see what'll fit. Okay, will this fit here? Okay, that one will fit there. Basically, you just have to make sure that you're covering the darker part, which is the pieces that are going to get cut. And you can do up to 6 layers through here. Now this one that's too small. So let me see, do I have something that's bigger than that? I don't know, these are like scraps from another project that I was working on. Is that, is that gonna fit? Oh man, it almost fits. It almost fits. I should have like gone looking through all of my scraps for like much bigger pieces. Oh, what was that? Is that big enough? You never know. It's not big enough. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, I found a piece of thatched that will definitely fit. Okay, so I will get this piece and then I'll get that piece. Now I want to make sure that I cover it with my mat before passing it through. And pretty much the only thing you should ever have to replace with your go is the mat. Because, you know, just like with any cutting mat, it's going to, you know, get worn down. Just happens. So then you just push it. And I barely pushed it. And it's going on its own. Oh my goodness. Y'all, this is so exciting. Okay, so obviously I'm not going to need that piece and all of this pieces and all of that. Okay, but we have the one side, and then you just take these guys and they would go there. You fold them right sides together and sew them, and boom, you got a flying geese. So that's how the machine works. And so I am going to scooch this out of the way real quick so that I can show you the dies that I am going to use to make my lap quilt. So I will be right back. Okay, so what we're going to be using to actually make this quilt is the Angles companion set to the 12-inch Go Cube. And so with this, you get 4 dies, a cutting mat, a pattern book, and there is a DVD inside if you want to watch that for step-by-step instructions. So just to be sure that I had everything that I possibly needed, they also sent me the 12-inch Mix and Match Go Cube. And so I'll show you what's in both, but basically what we're going to be using is the Angles companion set to make this lap quilt. Okay, so let's get this open. Like I said, I have not cut any of the tapes or anything yet. So what did I do with those little scissors? There they are. So I want to get all of the plastic wrap off real quick. Without messing any of my stuff up, because y'all know I'm like a perfectionist. I don't want any kind of Mars on my box. Everything needs to stay perfection. Okay, so once you got that going, it's coming right off. Of course, I think that this outside part comes off anyway. Because there is, wait till you see, if you don't already have a Go Cube in any size, just wait till you see the little set. It's so perfect for those of us who are, you know, like organization. Okay, so I think I just slipped this off. It's very heavy, I'll tell you that, because it's got, in this one, you get 8 dies, 2 cutting mats, a pattern book, and the DVD. Okay, so once you lift this off, what you have is what's going to go on your shelf, which is this set just stays in like this, and you'll just pull out the piece that you want. And it's much easier when it's not, I'm not pulling it straight up. So let me turn it sideways and you can just slide it out. I right now have the 8-inch and they're wonderful. So inside here, you'll get dies. This is dies 1, 3, and 4. So you just slide it out. I'm trying to keep as much light with you guys as I possibly can. Okay. And of course I didn't move the, let me move the cutter. That will give us a little bit of extra room. All right. Okay. So this is the Go Square 1 that is included, and this is a 6.5 inch square which finishes at 6 inches. And they each come individually wrapped, so you will need to unwrap it before you can do anything with that. And basically it'll tell you exactly how to work with it for certain patterns, because there are lots of different patterns. This one is showing you how to make the 4-patch pattern. Okay. And of course you can use these for like any projects or patterns, even those that aren't really included in here. So you can start writing your own patterns and have all of your fabric cut in like no time. Okay, then we also have the mill wheel pattern, and what this will have is the half square triangles. This will, if you make the 8 triangles, then you will end up with a 6 inch finished square. Okay, and so there it is. Even gives you directions on how to sew the blocks up. It's all very complete. And then there is the broken dishes pattern, which looks like this. And it will have, and I'll go ahead and open this one so that you can see what I'm talking about. Let me get this off real quick. Boop, come on, cooperate. Getting all of the plastic off for the first time is the only thing that takes forever, it seems. Okay, so as you can see, you're going to end up with, these are quarter square triangles. And so when it says, so basically when it's telling you like what you're going to need for this block, all of these are going to be included inside. And so this part is going to be the quarter square triangle with a 6 inch square finish. And it'll tell you how many to cut, how much fabric you're going to need for that block, and all of the sewing directions. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this away. We'll look at the next part. Okay, let me just move this one over a little bit for right now. All right, so then you will just slide this back in. And normally it wouldn't be in this angle, of course. When it's standing sideways, it's much easier. Can I get this out? It's easier laying it to the side. My fingers are not that strong, and with these fingernails you just can't do anything. Okay, so now when you open this one up, you'll have 2 more. These are the dies number 7 and 8, and so this die is going to be the Go Parallelogram at 45 degrees. And so you're going to need this particular one for these parts right here that say number 7, and so same here and here. So it tells you to cut 4 of those, and you'll need a 1/4 yard if you're making that block. And it, again, the directions, everything is included. And then this number 8 one is a Go rectangle. So you're going to end up with 2 pieces. That how it looks on here, that's what you're going to get. So you'll get 2 3.5 inch by 6.5 inch rectangles that will finish at 3 inches by 6 inches. And everything's included just like before, with all of the directions, what you need to make this 9 patch, an uneven 9 patch. Okay, so there's that one. I think we've got one more. Yeah, because then there's just the, let me show you real quick, this one in the middle. This is the Getting Started DVD. So when you open this out, and also the cutting mats in here, you will have that cutting mat right here. And what did that say? I think it just says it's the cutting mat, but you slipped inside. I have to like get him out like that. Yeah, okay, so it's just giving you care instructions for your cutting mat. So there you go. And here's the DVD if you wanted to watch that. So that's where you would find it, in this little, it's kind of like a little folder. And here we have the last three, which is dies 2, 5, and 6. Okay, so you'll have, you'll get a 3.5 inch square, which finishes at 3 inches. You'll get the half square triangle, which when you put them together will give you a 3 inch finished square. You also have a square on point, and there's that guy, and that will be a 4 1/4 inch finished square. And then this one will be, this is your pattern book. Give you lots of different patterns of quilts you can make. Just give you ideas of what you can put together as well. That's very helpful. And then you also have the 6x6 cutting mats. You have a 10 inch square and a 6 inch square. So this is used obviously for the smaller ones, and then the larger cutting mat for the other 5 dies that you have. Okay. Do you guys hear Sammy? She doesn't know where we are. Sammy! Okay, so that is the 12 inch block set. That's the start, that you start with that, and then you'll add on. They have 2 different add-ons. The one that we're going to use is the Angles Companion Set. And that's if you're doing my size of the quilt. If you're going to be doing the traditionally pieced quilt, it's a mini quilt. Well, they call it a lap quilt. It's like 31 inches square. And they're using the 4 inch. But like I said, the quilt is a lot smaller. And if you'd like to use something like that, maybe you already have the 4 inch Go Q blocks, then that's fine. You can go ahead and use the 4 inch. So the 12 inch is the one that I'm using to do my larger quilt. And just get this open. I'll show you what's inside. Somehow I got this piece stuck. Oh, I think it accidentally just got stuck. Okay, it's probably fine. All right, now I'll just slide off just like the other one. And then you'll have the dies included inside. I just love these little pole handles. So again, this will have the pattern book. This little one is the pattern book and the cutting mat. So let me just pull these other guys out. Now these are dies 13 and 14. And this one is the triangles in a square center and the triangles in a square sides. And these together will make a 6 inch finished square. And there are examples of what you can do with them on the side here. And again, it just kind of gives you a chart of if you wanted to make this block, what you would cut and where those pieces go. So this number in here tells you where the piece will go, which will correspond to the number that you see in this little chart. And it'll tell you how many to cut, how much fabric you're going to need, and then you can go from there. This one is called Amused, and this one is called Triumph, which is kind of interesting. So we are going to be using, I think it's this guy right here, the triangles in a square for my quilt. So we will be using that to cut some of the fabric for the foundation paper piecing, because like I said, what I'm trying to do is, since the work that I do in quilting is kind of centered around foundation paper piecing, I'm gonna along the way, whenever I'm talking about AccuQuilt and the AccuQuilt cutters and the dies and all of that sort of thing, I will be doing some traditional piecing for sure, but I also, whenever I can, I will be telling you how you can use these dies to cut the fabric to do a very lovely foundation paper pieced pattern. Because I know a lot of people, you know, depending on what your project is, sometimes it's just not feasible to have specifically cut pieces for FPP. But when you're making something like this, where things are pretty uniform and you can actually make a pattern with a FPP, then using the Go Cutter to cut your pieces just saves you loads of time. I mean, that is like the most perfect thing about AccuQuilt, is that you're going to be able to cut all of these pieces in like no time at all. Cutting can take forever, and when it's really repetitive pieces like this, it just makes it a whole lot easier if you can find a way to do it faster. So that's what I'm going to be trying to show to you guys. So like I said, this piece right here, the triangles in a square center, are going to be used. In fact, it's going to be these pieces on this in the center part. If you, like, let's say we're looking at this yellow and orange piece, the orange part is what this is going to be. And so I'll just count up how many we need and I'll let you know. It's all going to be in the pattern. It's going to be very, very simple. And then I'll show you in just a second what I'm going to be using for the other pieces. If I can get him back in there. Get in there. There he goes. Okay. Now these are dies 15 and 16. And what we're going to be using out of this is the kite center. And so it looks like this right here, this yellow piece you see there. And right on this pattern, it's going to be the pieces that are on the outer four corners. So it's going to be those four pieces there that we're going to be cutting with this die. So that's all I'm going to show you for tonight. When I make my video for tomorrow, I will start cutting the fabric so that you can see exactly what we need. And you will hopefully see this pattern available to you. I will give you a link in my video, and then it'll take you to my shop, TheYvetteRene Creations, and there's going to be a free pattern. If you just look there and see freebies, click there. You can find this pattern. Just take it straight through to checkout with a 0 balance, and it'll get you straight through there. So you don't pay anything for the pattern. I'm just it's a way for me to keep track of how many patterns I have going out. That's the only thing it's for. So while you don't have to buy anything, why don't you take a little look around, because I do have some great sales going on right now, and you may find something that you like. The fabrics that I am using here, you will see in the pattern. These are all Art Gallery solid fabrics that I'm using, and I know that in the AccuQuilt, I think they're using Northcote fabrics, and that should be included, I think, in their pattern. So if you like their pattern, you can go and take a look at those fabrics as well. So anyway, thank you guys. I appreciate you sticking around and watching this. Hopefully you'll make this pattern with me in any way that you want to. And when you come back tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 29, you will see me using my cutter to cut the fabrics. So I hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming by tonight. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye.